Dr. Tascoe?
Thank you. How much time do I have?
6 minutes.
Thank you. First of all, good evening to all of you. I want to say on a negative note that I am very disappointed that there has not been an African American woman on this stage until now, today. I want all of you who are concerned about that to be clear that African American women were present, we were vocal, but we were experiencing a phase in our own culture in which the brothers led, and we chose out of our infinite wisdom not to make our issues the priority, but we worked hard. I was the first student arrested, and there were several other African American women who were arrested as well. I am a medical doctor. I've been a physician for 42 years. I'm a graduate, an honors graduate of UCSF School of Medicine. My specialty is internal medicine. That is building upon a triple major at San Francisco State. Those dots were connected for me when I made the decision to go to medical school. Political science, sociology, psychology were the pathway for my activism to have teeth. I wanted to know what the issues were, and I wanted to fight for those who were marginalized. I didn't want anyone else to experience what I had experienced as a Negro girl growing up in San Francisco, having arrived here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I didn't want to assimilate. So when I came to San Francisco State, I was ready for what the BSU and TWLF had to offer. But it wasn't enough. I thought I was going to go to Stanford Law School, where I was accepted, and I turned down that offer because I was afraid that in the passion of fighting for the rights of others, my eloquence at that time would render me a dead duck, literally. I was afraid I would die. And that was a season when vocal, inspirational, charismatic leaders were being killed because the institution of racism and oppression was determined to regain control after the strike. Medicine was a safe place to hide. It was an opportunity for me to care for the physical, the psychological, the behavioral needs of the same community that I fought for when I was at San Francisco State. 42 years later, today, I'm still fighting, not just for the people in San Francisco, state of California, United States of America, Western Hemisphere, Europe, but Africa, Asia, India, Haiti, Caribbean. That is to answer for all of those who asked these questions earlier today. What are you doing? Are you still doing it? Someone is, others are, but I want you to know that this black woman is.
Yeah.
I have 1 minute to say to you that education matters. And in spite of the debt, and I went into a lot of debt becoming a physician, I would encourage you, don't worry about the debt. If you can get in, take the money, get the education, those credentials will carry you to a job or an employment opportunity where you may not be able to have the beautiful home you might have wanted for. You may not be able to acquire the Lexus or the Mercedes or whatever fanciful thing you had hungered for in your younger years, but you'll be able to take care of yourself, your family, because FICO does not control that. FICO only controls whether or not you can have the luxuries of life. Get the luxury of the education and then continue to fight to get that debt taken off. there's always room for that struggle. That is my opinion. Not everyone agrees. I have 1 minute. The '68 strike, Black Studies Third World, was firmly rooted in the issues of race, whether it was black, brown, yellow, or red. We were not looking at Arab and Muslim studies at that time. That was not our target audience. We came into that struggle hurting, damaged, still trying to recover from it. We had come from a civil rights movement in which we were taught peace, not fighting, passive resistance. We would not even fight for ourselves other than a passive role. So when Arab studies came to San Francisco State, number one, it came what I perceived to be ill-timed and ill-planned. I'm glad you're here. I welcome you, but I think it's unfair to imply or suggest that African Americans fail to welcome and respond to your needs. We still have not adequately responded to our own. We love you, and we want you to succeed. And when we are able, we will give you all that we can give, because we are all in it together. The responsibility of naming. Many will ask, what's in a name? A lot is in a name. Whether you're one person, a group of people, a department, but it matters. So those of you who rather just be called Latinx because that works with your generation, fine for your generation, but we would encourage you to think on a broader level, because 20, 30 years from now, you might not want to be Latinx. You might want to be La Raza. I can tell you that as an African American who fought for the Black Studies Department, I like being called black. I like being called African American. I don't like being called Africana. I don't know what that means. I'll stop at this point.